Hey everybody, welcome back to the 10th floor. Da 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 da. Luke, Laura, you have been gathered here together in front of all of your friends and family in Port Charles to be married live on primetime television. Laura, do you take Luke to be your lawfully wedded husband to have and to hold forever until death do you part?
Oh, yes.
Oh no. Oh no. Does anybody object to this union? I object to this union. Me, Helena Cassadine. I object because you've killed my husband. Happy Halloween, everybody. It's me, Matt. This is ridiculous. For the audio listeners, you have no idea what's going on, so you got to come and watch on YouTube what's going on here. Hey, I'm wearing my Halloween costume.
Matt, you make the prettiest Helena Cassadine I've seen in a long
You think
time.
I'm a beautiful Helena Cassadine? I actually never saw the Elizabeth Taylor version, except for like the clip of her walking into the church. So I don't even know how she sounds. I just went with my basic soap Eartha Kitt.
I think that, you could use a Helena.
Yeah.
I know that, menopause can cause your eyebrows to fall out and land on your chin and stick. But dang, you got a case, girlfriend.
Oh my goodness gracious. Welcome everybody to the 10th floor. It's me, Matt.
That's Hi, everybody's cat.
Happy Halloween, everybody. Well, I guess it's tomorrow.
Halloween.
So 31st, right? Whatever. I've got my head wrap on. I've got my jewel on my forehead. And the chat is loaded up here. Hello, Judy. Hello, the Queen of the South is with us this week. Jakaria, Chandra. The cast is here. The crew is here. We are broadcasting live on YouTube. Riding up the elevator all the way up to the 10th floor. Now we're gonna walk into the halls of General Hospital. All right, a place that you and I have been, Mother. We have been inside General Hospital.
We have.
We walked the halls. Okay, we've been in the room. We were at the nurse's station. All right, and I was thinking about how tall that stupid nurse's station was this week when Britt was talking to Cody.
It is kind of tall, isn't it?
It's super tall. It is so tall. And now Britt's a tall lady. Cody's a large man.
Yep.
And he still had to look up at her while they were talking. I don't know. It was just something to notice. But being there, yeah, it's tall. It's a tall place. But hey, you get off the elevator, you look to the left, you got that bench, all right? You got that bench where everybody's chilling. They're having a great time, They're talking about, I don't know, stuff. Taking time off. I gotta go. Hey, Britt, you constantly take time off. You have spent more time on vacation as the co-chief of staff than actually chief of staffing. So now me, Terry, it's my turn.
Yeah, it is Terry's turn, huh? Terry's turn to support Elizabeth.
You know what? We can get started there. That's big meaty content for General Hospital this week, isn't it?
It is.
It's meaty stuff. Hey, de Havilland, welcome. Okay, all right. So, the lid is being blown off the Weber family, folks.
Indeed.
The entire Weber family. Why is this so bright? Anyway, check us out on YouTube, guys, if you're only listening. The Weber family, the lid is blowing off the Weber family. Okay, we got Jeff. All right, we got what's her name? Tasha? No, it's not Tasha. That's the other show she was on.
That's the other show. It's Carol, right? Isn't she Carolyn or Carol?
Carolyn, yes, Carolyn Weber. And surprise, something that they kept under wraps until she walked across our screen in the orange jumpsuit. Allie Mills already on our screens as Heather Weber.
I know. You know what? And of course, you guys, I didn't see her on Days, but I heard she's wonderful. I didn't see her. Now, I surely do remember as little Kevin's mama on Wonder Years. I surely do remember that because I watched that series quite. We watched it.
We did, yes, yeah. That was one of the weekly shows on TV for families. I don't know what it's like for families anymore when it comes to primetime TV. But back then, when you had to actually, appointment TV, when you had to sit and watch it, we had the Wonder Years. It was a part of it.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah.
Well, anyway, kudos to you, Robin Matson. You don't want to be an actress anymore. You have indeed retired, and you don't want none of that. But man, oh, didn't she look loony as a bed bug?
She is crazy AF, and I love it. I absolutely freaking love it. DC, I am actually for Halloween dressed as Heather as Helena Cassadine. So you're spot on there with the whole head wrap and jewel on the forehead. Hey.
Yes.
So Heather's here. She's okay. So absolute shocker. We talked. So who's Heather Mills gonna be? She could be this person. She could be that person. Blah, blah, blah. Heather Weber was a name that we threw out a couple of weeks ago when the casting announcement was made because of her history playing Cuckoo Crazy on Days of Our Lives. But you know what? When you're a crazy soap actress, it's what you lean to. It's what you always play. Is that Mocha?
Yes.
What is Mocha doing there? My sister's dog is just a yap factory, folks. Just a yap factory.
Tori had a big Halloween party last night.
Oh, that's why they were dressed up.
Melissa and Joshua went to that, and of course they dumped that
demon dog on you.
A demon dog on me that can't stop yapping.
That's right. DC's got their finger on the pulse here. Even the dog agrees that they love Heather Weber coming back. So when you play Cuckoo Crazy on soaps, that's what you get to play. I mean, it's such a unique talent, I think, to be believably just off the wall wacky, and I believe it already from Allie Mills, y'all. Like, I am terrified for Olivia.
Oh my gosh, and Olivia was a blood curdling scream, wasn't she?
My God, that must have been so fun. I really need Lisa Locicero on this show, folks. If you can make that happen, if you can reach out to Lisa Lowe and get her on over here, that would be wonderful for me, because I just need to pick apart her brain when it comes to how much fun she obviously has on General Hospital.
Yeah, she does. And that I guess Heather gave her a little PTSD. That's what it looks like.
After a little LSD, I guess is the story.
Yeah, after a little LSD, she got some PS. But yeah, anyway. Oh my goodness. She was like, oh, it's good. It's delicious for Halloween tomorrow.
Yeah. Once again, DC, finger on the pulse here in the chat, folks. Maybe Olivia's psychic visions are coming back. Did you guys enjoy bits in her psychic storyline? She said, I got the feeling somebody walked across my grave just before she turned around and saw that Heather Weber was there. And also a couple of weeks ago, we were talking about how Olivia hasn't had no psychic visions in quite some time. And maybe it's time that we remind the audience that she got a little ESP with that PTSD after that LSD.
I cannot wait to see what Heather's pissed off about. Because she's pissed off about
crazy, right?
She's just crazy, cuckoo crazy. But she got two sons, Stephen Lars, and Franco.
Franco's dead. Lars is he dead too?
I don't think Stephen Lars.
Because I saw somebody.
You guys, didn't Stephen Lars have to go to jail?
Is he in prison? So, because I saw some people on Twitter saying, "Oh man, this is a perfect opportunity to bring Stephen Lars back. You know who should play him? Joe Flanagan. He was great. We miss him. Neil was just kind of a dud, but the actor we were starting to enjoy. I'm for it. I like Joe Flanagan.
I like Sir Joe. He's too old I think he's a little too old for it.
I don't know. Judy says that and also Daisy agrees that Stephen Lars is in prison. Mm-hmm. So maybe he can pop in to help Spencer at some point.
Well, yeah, well, he's sort of related to him. Yeah,
and I guess so so when they were pulling Heather across the screen, and they're like, oh, that's that. What do they call it? The Darkham inmate. So is she at a different? She's not at Shady Brook. She's at a more.
I think she's for the criminally insane environment.
Mm-hmm. Darkham. Oh my God! Come on, General Hospital. When would that place come up with?
You know what? It always. You know what? Also does bring Heather back right now. It does put her on the canvas to be Esme's mama.
So this is it. All right. So I've been tweeting up a storm. All right. By tweeting up a storm, I mean I tweeted this twice in response to other people. So you'll have to dig to find it. But not less than twice this week on Twitter did I say Heather Weber is back for two reasons, folks. Heather Weber shoved the heck out of Reiko down those stairs, and she's Esme's mom.
Yep.
I think Heather Weber is going to be the middle part of this whole thing. I think that she showed up, she did some wackadoodle stuff to Jeff, because he was hanging out with Reiko or cheating on Carolyn with, I don't know, this whole Reiko thing. There's so many missing details when it comes to Reiko's involvement in this. And like it or not, she's involved, so we got to speculate, right? So that's what we do here on the 10th floor. We make stuff up that don't happen.
Yeah, we do.
I right now my early predictions are Heather Weber was the one that killed Reiko, and she's Esme's mom, and this is just going to be super fun, and I'm really looking forward to it after that debut scene.
Oh, I cannot wait! I cannot wait. Heather Weather. Oh, Heather is deliciously insane and so funny, and brings me so much entertainment every time she's there. I can't wait for her to go to Kelly's and get herself a BLT. I can't wait.
What is it with the BLTs at Kelly's? Are they just too magnificent? Because Cameron was talking about the BLTs too.
Meal in life. That's Heather's favorite meal in life.
Oh, okay. All right. So that's totally.
And Franco even painted her a BLT sandwich art piece.
Oh my God.
Did you remember that?
So I don't remember that at all.
Stuff, you know?
I don't think I was watching at that time. But here's the fun part. Well, I don't know if it's the fun part. So, of course, the original actress to play Heather was Janet from Another Planet. From All My Children.
Yeah, that was the very first one.
Yeah. Well, I mean, so she played Janet.
Heather's been played by a lot of people over the years.
Heather has been?
Yeah.
Yeah. So there's been like 3 or 4.
I don't remember the actress's name, but I do recall Heather Weber was once played by Cher. You know, Cher's little sister.
Yeah, Cher's half sister was the person that debuted the role of Heather, and I don't know if she was cuckoo crazy at the time. And I also don't know who came first, Heather or Janet, because they both came about in the 80s. So I don't know. Well, at least Heather went nuts, and Janet was crazy. So I don't know who came first. Jacarius might know. I don't know. He's a big fan of All My Children.
Yeah.
But anyway, it is so it is one kind of a bummer that we don't get to see her continue to play crazy soap ladies on General Hospital or soaps, because she's decided to retire. But cool, kudos for that. I can't blame her. But 2, that also gets to preserve my memories of Janet as Janet, and I don't get to get them all muddled with Heather, because now I have a new face to apply.
That's true.
Yeah.
That's true.
Yeah, Robin Matson was the most famous. Yeah, Chandra. She was definitely the one that held the role in people's memories the most.
Yeah, and the last person to play her too.
Yeah, I mean, she was on just less than 5 years ago. She was on
like a couple of scenes a couple of years ago where Franco went to go visit her.
Yeah, he was trying to figure out
some questions about.
He was trying to figure out the whole relation to Drew thing, and who's this little boy he shoved down the stairs, and why do I remember this James Harvey being a diddler and stuff.
Yep.
Yeah. De Havilland loves All My Children too.
Yeah, we do. So
far, I'm loving the new Heather, though. I'm really looking forward to seeing what's going to come up. And that's really all I can say right now, because all she did was show up and say, Olivia, blah, 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 blah.
Yeah. So, and something about LSD in her.
Yeah. So I guess that's the story. That's why Olivia reacted that way, is because Heather made Olivia overdose on LSD during some sort of nefarious plot.
Damn near killed her.
Maybe Heather's Drew's mom. I don't know, because Drew was kind of crazy, too.
Heather's Drew's mom?
Maybe. That's what DC's saying. Maybe Heather's Drew's mom.
Well, that would make her Jason's mama, too.
What a twist.
Jason's mama.
What a twist. I'd say, I don't know. I don't think we necessarily need to change Drew's mom, but Drew definitely needs a psychiatric evaluation and maybe an unhappy pill. I know people who need a happy pill, people need a happy pill to get through the day, whether there's social anxiety or just general that exists within people, it's a real thing, no harm, no shame. And some people need a happy pill to get through. Drew needs an unhappy pill. My God.
Uh-huh.
Even when being told to his face, "Oh, Mr. Nice Guy, I'm tired of you being a nice guy," he's even like, wow. Oh my God, can't you believe he said that? Jim Carrey's in the house, everybody. Drew, relax, buddy.
Well, yeah, it was pretty funny, wasn't it?
Mm.
And why does
you want to see the nice? Oh, well, the gloves are coming off, buddy.
I know.
My
Well, I
goodness,
was when he
Jason.
said that, I thought, well, geez, that I hope that's true. I'd like to see a little more dimension to Drew other than right.
Yeah, and isn't but come on, even when he's like, okay, the gloves are, it's still like
Mm-hmm.
that, like, it just, oh goodness, the intensity was, I don't know, I just don't know. I don't know. I'm not there. I'm not a director. I've never put together a TV show. I've never acted on one. It's not right for me to sit here and say that was bad, but I don't know.
It was sort of bad.
It just seemed kind of bad, you know. That's how I feel about it. Yeah, Susan Moore is Jason and Drew's mom. We were just having fun.
It was just being weirdos.
Heather Weber is not Jason and Drew's mother. Not at all. Not at all. Not at all. But she might be Esme's, who is locked in the North Tower, and Victor's moving in, and Nikolas is just gonna have a coronary soon, just from all the stress.
He is. He don't know if he should scratch his butt or scratch his head at this point.
He is just completely lost, just lost in the whole thing. But you know, that's par for current Nikolas. All right, you know, that's Marcus Coloma Nikolas. You know, because we have to differentiate now, okay? Because they said without even being embarrassed or even a wink. When it's a new actor, hey, all bets are off. We can just do whatever the heck we want. We're gonna just make him a new person just with the same name. I mean, maybe not in those words exactly, but that's pretty much the mentality behind it. They were pretty clear about that at the convention when we went, because people were all about, oh well, why Nina? Why Nina? She ripped a baby out of somebody's womb. Why not? Well, that was Stafford.
Yeah,
Was the answer. So.
Pretty much.
Oh my goodness gracious! But Esme's still locked away. We didn't see her this week.
We didn't see her, man. Oh man, I hope Nikolas don't forget about her. She's stuck in the toilet. And you know, at least, you know, it's nasty and all, but at least she got drinking water.
I mean, she's gonna need food and vitamins too.
I know, but you know, you can live without food for a few days, but you can't live with water for nearly as long. So
it's like
it's a good thing she got a wash basin. If there's no wash basin, at least there's a toilet. And not me the cleanest water in the world, but it is water.
Well, it is water. That's true.
She's going to get parasites.
I mean, it's not a healthy situation all around. And now we're also dealing with two lives too, and that's just extra complicated when it comes to legal standpoints, especially right now. And then, like he doesn't even remember Spencer's in jail.
No,
you know, like how many times have you been to go see your son? Oh, none. Oh yeah, Spencer's in jail. Oh shit. Excuse me.
I got a kid.
Oh, yeah, Spencer's in jail. I haven't seen him at all. Oh God. All right.
At least yes, Jocelyn and Cameron went and saw him this week.
That was so nice, though, wasn't it?
Yeah.
Wasn't it? It's okay to be late. We were late at 2, everybody. We got to start at 11:15, and I didn't tweet that we got started, so it's our fault. I have people in the, you know how Ma has people. This time I got people, so you know it happens.
I got no.
I heard that Esme loses her baby. What's the point of having the baby storyline then? Like, we don't need a bunch of dead babies in General Hospital now. That's no fun.
You know, we got 2 babies right now brewing. We got Esme's baby brewing, and we got Snow White's baby a brewing.
Remember when Rick locked pregnant Carly in a secret room?
Yeah. Brother Rick, not Rick Weber. Brother Rick, Sonny's brother Rick.
Molly's dad.
Yeah, Molly's daddy. Yeah.
Lansing? What? I'm confused.
Yeah, Rick Lansing, yes.
Yeah, look at me. I didn't even watch the show at that time, and I know what you're talking about.
Yep.
Look at that. Chandra even agrees. See, Chandra and I, we share a wavelength, Ma. Like, one day, Chandra and I, we're going to meet in person, maybe in Memphis for the General Hospital Graceland thing. And, like, the planets are going to align, and then, like, a new soap will be born because our energies have converged. And I'm really looking forward to that day.
Yeah. That would be great. I would love it. Wouldn't it be wonderful someday if we got to have like a little get together with everybody?
That would be super fun. That would be super fun.
I
mean, we need 1 million viewers at that point, though. Then we can have a convention, or we can convince one of these, coastal entertainments to bring us on to sit there for the Q&A, and be like, so, Cameron Matheson, you've been playing Drew now for over a year. How does it feel to be on soap? We could do that. We could do that. We're pretty good at kissing butt.
We sure could.
I'm pretty good at kissing butt. I'm gonna say, well practiced. Well practiced. Doing it my whole life.
Yeah.
Just hanging out with adults and making them feel special.
You always hung out with adults. You sure did.
That's because people my age, up until I became my age. What? Anyway, kids are silly. That's the whole point. I never got along with kids when I was one. Anyway, Willow will probably have a premature baby. That, Cheryl, I think is likely. I think that's very likely.
Very likely.
I actually know somebody that was a surrogate for that was being a surrogate who recently had the baby 7 weeks early. But all is well. The kid's doing fine. Prognosis is good. Surrogate mama's doing well. Everything's gonna be great. It's looking. It's just 7 weeks early, which is a little unfortunate. But hey, that kid's gonna be all right. Maybe Willis will be too.
I know somebody right now that is pregnant. A surrogate right now that's pregnant.
Oh yeah.
The baby's due in February.
Oh, that's really cool.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I know. You know this person too.
We're probably talking about the same person, and I probably just gave you an update as to what's been going on in their life.
Marshall?
Nope. Okay, different one. Okay. I didn't know she was doing that. Anyway, hey, personal life, welcome to GH. What if Esme's premature and steals Willow's baby? See, so now there's the thing. There's the fun thing about co-pregnant characters. And it does kind of seem like they kind of like paused Willow's progression of her pregnancy for a moment, so Esme's could catch up or something. Because, you know, Willow was like, oh, I'm pregnant. Oh, I'm so pregnant. Oh, I can't have medication. Here's my 1 cup of coffee. I'm pregnant. That was Willow for like 2 months.
Bugged the hell out of me in the hospital with the whole, what would you need to do that for? Oh, why are you concerned? You got brain fade, woman. You got leukemia. We're just waiting for the 12 weeks, okay? You're supposed to have treatment. You shouldn't be surprised that your lymph nodes are like marbles. You shouldn't be surprised by anything. You're supposed to be in treatment right now, you brain dead girl.
So, Willow, when we sat you down at the beginning of this and said, if you don't start treatment now, we have no idea how quickly or aggressively this cancer is going to progress.
Yes.
Please make a careful choice. And now that the cancer has aggressively progressed, she's like, what's going on? Why am I getting more sick? I don't understand. I thought the baby had superpowers.
Because you have a terminal illness, potentially. Stupid ass girl.
Oh, gosh. Oh, man. I just, has the countdown clock began, though, for when TJ comforts Willow with his biceps?
Well, it
is the countdown on?
Well, it is sure looking that way.
Because I feel like what's going to happen is there's going to just be a particularly, like, upsetting development in the cancer, and she hasn't told Michael yet, and and then there's just gonna be a lean in and a smooch, and then we're just gonna get the happiest 3 minutes of daytime TV that we've seen in the year.
I see TJ Willow future. I do. And I was very disappointed in Michael too, to be taking a phone call and farting around and stuff and not paying attention to the fact that she has to go to the doctor and doesn't even pay attention. She goes and leaves, goes to the doctor with Olivia. He don't even, it's like, what? He is becoming, he's such a not Cassadine. He's such a Quartermain right now.
Ned, you think I'm only a Quartermain when it's convenient? Well, I just took the Q name back again for the 2nd time. How do you feel about that?
Mm-hmm.
Oh my goodness gracious!
He's so mad at Sonny right now. It is time for him to be Michael Quartermain for a few months.
Let's just shake up the whole Corinthos thing. Like no more Carly Corinthos, no more Michael Corinthos. It's Sonny is his own island again. He's his own thing. No more blend over there. Let's see what the next 10 years on GH are like.
And Christina's last name ain't Corinthos either.
No. The only Corinthi that get to be there are like Sonny and his actual blood children.
Yeah, maybe little Donna is Donna
Corinthos.
Avery is probably not a Corinthos.
Is she a Jerome? Is Avery a Jerome or a Corinthos, y'all? Let us know.
Yeah, what do they name her?
Let us know. Daisy, what did I gross you out on? Let me know. Was it the fact that Willow and TJ might be comforting each other with their naughty bits. 10th Floor After Dark, the things that I could and would say. But hey, it's not
we
after
don't
dark,
want
it's
that
morning.
rating on the YouTube though. We're probably skirting
It's a
on it
Sunday morning.
already.
It's a Sunday morning. We're gonna be very clean. That's what we're gonna be. They're gonna fall in love and they're going to make love. That's what they're gonna do.
Yep, they're gonna fall in love.
Just like the rest of Port Charles this week. Just I don't know if there was just something in the water again. Did Leo give out another Sicilian thunderbolt? But there was something about Thursday night.
I know.
That there was just something in the water in Port Charles Thursday night. Not even Cameron could keep his hands off of Jocelyn.
I know. Everybody was doing it, huh?
Yeah, yep, except for Rory and Trina. Oh
no,
it was frigid in there. It was so cold. And in a couple of weeks, Rory's gonna he's gonna look around at Kelly's, and there's gonna be a situation going on, and Trina's gonna do something, and he's just gonna look around. And he's gonna go, "This is what I get for getting involved in college girls." And he's gonna leave, and we're never gonna see him again.
That's a possibility.
He's just gonna be like, "This is what I get for getting involved with the college girl," and then he leaves. He walks out of Kelly's, the door closes, and we never see Rory Cabrera on TV again.
Well, the Rory, they're not writing for him beyond the Trina.
I don't know. No, not at all. And I don't know if they thought that maybe Trina and Rory would be hotter. I guess I wonder if that's what they were banking on. But he was just such a the power of Sprina cannot be denied, I guess. Okay, some of you people out there, I gotta say, obsessed much. Wow. There are people that are very, 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 very into the pairing of Trina and Spencer, to the point where they will be like, "What is this location shoot, Drew and Carly? There's so many rocks on the beach. This clearly isn't Florida. Why would they waste their time doing this?" And fast forward to the next week, and Trina is laying on the same bed sheets that Spencer had at the Metro Court. And it's just so beautiful. Can you believe it? I mean, it's just a little subtle nod from the producers to show that they're connected in their hearts in the bed. And I'm like, it's just low budget. It's low budget.
I don't even notice that kind of stuff.
I don't notice that stuff either.
Same bed sheet. I don't notice that kind of stuff.
It was wild though. It was a wild week on Twitter for me when it came to that, because people hated the beach stuff because of all the rocks over there. They just couldn't suspend their disbelief. And then they're into the fact that GH doesn't have the budget for multiple bed sheets. And they're like, oh, this was beautiful. Oh, GH, you're paying attention to so much detail. And I'm like, oh my God, you people are literally insane.
Well, they decided what they're going to pick apart and what they're not. And what they, people love Sprina.
People love Sprina. It's a great couple.
Mama Cat is right there with y'all.
Undeniable super couple of the future. There was no stopping the steamroll of a pairing. Sincerely. They haven't been on TV together. Well, I mean, now that Trina had a fantasy,
yeah.
They've been on TV together. But before that, it's been like a month and a half since they've shared a scene, and people are still like, they took a picture. They took a picture together in the parking lot. Oh my gosh.
It's probably from the day that they did the scenes of her wishing it was somebody else.
Because he was all clean shaven. He didn't have that nasty, that gorgeous, handsome, just amazing full beard that Nikolas Chavez is able to grow. Shady Sundays, folks. Where's James Light Jr.? I'm sorry. There's just certain angles that they hit of Spencer in jail with the scruff, in which there's just this one particular patch right here that just catches all of the light, and it's just not flattering. I'm sorry. It's just it's real. It's real. It's what he'd look like. Yes, but it's
his
not
beard looked
flattering.
like Kenny's.
I'm sorry.
His beard looked like Kenny's.
Yeah. Oh my goodness, great. Spencer doesn't have the money on the books to pay for erasing Ashandra. Which surprises me. Ashandra says that Spencer doesn't have the money on the books to pay for a razor, which would surprise me, because I would figure his what do they call it? Orange is the New Black? The little Walmart that they get to go to?
Like a commissary.
The commissary. I would figure his commissary bank is full.
But remember, though, people steal his stuff all the time.
Oh, that's true.
They're always stealing his stuff.
Because he's rich gay.
Because he's rich guy and everybody's messing with him. They want to F with him all the time. So, yeah, so they're stealing his razors. They steal his toothbrush. They steal everything. What he needs is Ponytail, Uncle Ponytail. Put the hammer down.
Uncle Ponytail. He's not even the heartless Ponytail anymore. He's Uncle Ponytail.
He's Uncle Ponytail.
Uncle Ponytail. Oh, gosh. See, the heartful Ponytail? Like, what is he going to become? Is this real? Is this a permanent change in Cyrus and Rowe? Because, the real man, Jeff Kober, is a very zen individual.
Yes, he is.
Cyrus Renaud and Jeff Kober could not be more opposite from each other.
That's true. And we could just change his name in any way we want. He can be the heartful Ponytail in one scene. He can be the heartless Ponytail in the next. He could be both in the same scene, like he was with that fool. Right?
Reverend Pastor
in the
Uncle
library.
Ponytail. Chandra.
What's she say?
Reverend Pastor Uncle Ponytail.
Reverend Pastor Uncle Ponytail.
Reverend Pastor Father Uncle Ponytail. Oh, goodness gracious. The Abbot, Cyrus Renaud. Elegant has made it. Hey, Elegant. I know, Stephanie, it's not a full beard. I was making fun of him. I was making fun of his 21-year-old face. I could have grown this thing at 15, so I can't relate.
Yeah, but, sweetheart, you come from a big old line of Bigfoots, okay?
Yeah, that's fine. Anyone notice how Dante's friend is really interested in Peter's box for Peter's box for Brit? So here's all right. We can get into that. Are we done talking about Spencer? We can never be done talking about Spencer, right? I mean, he was leaning over Trina in her dreams.
Oh man, I want his grandma to come visit him this coming week.
Monday, I think.
I want Marty and I want Laura to go visit their brother, and I want Laura to go visit Spencer.
Because Marty needs to have his big forgiveness scene too. Oh my god. Oh my god. Ugh. Fido Xavier, I know that you're not watching this week because you're probably in Memphis having a great time. But if you have the chance to suggest to the people that they give Marty his I Forgive You scene with Cyrus too, I think that those two would be able to make some amazing work together as they had before and as they could again. Even though the accent's almost gone. Even though.
The accent is almost gone.
He said something last week, Marty Gray did, that was just like, I was like, okay, Tad.
Yep.
I mean, the delivery wasn't exactly, like Tad had a bounce, a cadence, there was still a character to him. But when it came to the tone of the voice that was coming out of Michael E. Knight's body, like, okay, Dad. Yeah. Thaddeus, get on out of here, Thaddeus.
Well, I tell you, I do believe that's why Michael Knight put that drawl on Marty in the first place.
Of course.
To try to not be Tad.
Yeah.
Good call, dude. It worked.
It definitely separated you out from Tad Martin and gave me definitely, I say something else to lean into when it comes to your performance and something else to look forward to. And besides, also, I don't know if you noticed this, but the role of Tad Martin had been filled for many years by a man named Franco Baldwin. So, close to my heart at least. Laura wouldn't visit Cyrus. Daisy, I recommend you go back to the 15,000th episode of General Hospital and you watch and you look back and see exactly why Laura would go visit Cyrus. I forgive you. And then he drops the phone. Ugh, so good. Fido Xavier, you're amazing. Oh no, XXX18.online. Get out of here. Report. This is explicit material. Okay. Hopefully they can't chat anymore.
Oh, they saying something ugly.
Oh, there was a robot that found here. So if you're interested in dating robots, everybody, click the link in the chat. But don't click the link in the chat if you want to avoid a virus.
There you go.
All right. Okay. All right. Let's talk about Cody. Big Cody week. Cody week. All right.
Big Cody week.
Big Cody week. Let's get into the deep one right away. The big question: did he or did he not know about the necklace before Britt opened the box?
I think he suspected that was what was in it. At least.
So he
and
yeah.
And The Ice Princess might be in that necklace.
The Ice Princess might be in that necklace because they did talk about how it was disassembled months and months and months ago. I do remember that. So when she pulled it out, originally I'm like, oh, is that the ice? No, they took it apart, and the Ice Princess had like a big blue gem, not rubies or something.
Mm-hmm.
It's like the Princess of the Sea from Titanic thing.
Yep. Yeah.
Yeah. Okay, all right. Is that part of the Ice Princess? I don't know. We're gonna find out. Now Cody also, while he was in the safe deposit box room and stuff with Britt, mentioned, or maybe it was in conversation with Dante afterward. Regardless, he mentioned the Phazon Taub, Cassidine, I guess, connections from the past.
Yep.
And that made me think, okay, well, but then again, also all of this could also still support him being a secret agent for the WSB on the case to finding the Ice Princess.
Yes.
Which is why he's into it, why he wants it. And he doesn't want anybody else to know that it is the Ice Princess. So if Britt goes to find out what's the origin of this thing, then it could fall into the wrong hands again.
But I did see some greed in Cody's eyes. I saw some.
But maybe that's just the show throwing a red herring at you. Maybe he's greedy for a promotion.
Maybe.
Greedy for a win. I don't know. Maybe I'm just being hopeful. I'm probably just being hopeful.
I liked it.
I don't know. Maybe I'm liking Cody more than I'm getting on.
Well, I'm liking Cody more than I was before. You know, we don't have the same scene of stupid horses and not that the comment the horse was not cool or something.
Yeah.
It was just the same conversation between Britt and Cody too much.
Yeah.
I don't like you, but I like you, but I don't like you, but I like you, but I don't like you. Oh, shut up. We don't care.
Especially since we didn't feel it really. Like it was just in the words, but not necessarily in what I was just getting from what they were laying down. So, I think that they were trying to like really like humanize Cody and make him like really like relatable in some way by just being like a dude from the earth who likes horses and is just, yeah, I'm just this guy.
Yeah.
But people were more invested in, I guess, the budding romance. I don't know, it's daytime, you know, we're more interested in love between the characters than love between a character and a horse, right? Yeah. Chandra says, I hope he is a spy, and showing any excitement about being a part of a crime-fighting family would blow his cover.
That's true.
Yeah. Daisy says, I don't think Cody's undercover. I get an undercover feeling from Dex. Dex is undercover, just not for law enforcement. He's a mercenary. He's being paid by Michael for this job, just like he's been paid by other people for other jobs in the past.
But he might have two bosses right now. Michael might not be his only boss.
I don't know. I don't know. I really think that the big thing really, I when it comes to Dex, I really think we're getting what we're getting. I think we're getting what we're being fed. I think that he's this guy that's just that had this terrible experience in the military and had some rough times growing up, had some terrible examples that he wants to, that has fed into his ambitions and his motivations to today. I think that we're getting Dex as Dex is, especially if he's supposed to be the big thing for Joss coming up. You know, if they're really banking on Joss and Dex kind of catching fire and catching some attention from fans and being able to drive some story. I think that even
though Jocelyn and Cameron managed to hit the sheets again this week, there's still lots of cracks in their relationship, and Joss was talking about the cracks in their relationship be after their romp at Elizabeth's house.
Yeah. Well, I think that you really nailed it on the head. They nailed it on the head in their conversation where they're like, you're my best friend. And he's like, yeah, well, I miss my girlfriend. You know, but I think that is just, it's just one of those things where we love each other. We really do so much. And thank you for being a very safe and fun and passionate first everything. When it comes to this introduction into adulthood, you were my transition from child to woman. You will mean something to me forever. Stay in my life. But I think I'm going to go right of that cowboy.
I think that little mini Jason over there is looking kind of hot for me.
Jason threw his life away for Sonny. Jason, a man who made all of his own choices every single day of his life, who could never be influenced by anybody, died because he helped his friend, and it has nothing to do with Sonny, but Sonny's going to betray you too. What, Joss? What? What? Did you catch all that too, Ma? Did you catch all of that? Just what?
Yes.
What?
Yes, I did. Did.
You know, and just Sonny, and then Jason's been shot on Sonny's behalf, and I know he's his own man. And I'm just like,
What?
what? I don't know. That got away from him. Whatever point they were trying to make, it fell apart there at the end. Britt and Jason were fired together. Okay. I don't think they really had a chance to ignite, but hey, you know, they did it once.
Yeah.
I think Britt had more chemistry with Austin before he changed. I think Britt has chemistry with everybody because she's great. It's hard for me to pick somebody I don't enjoy seeing Britt in a scene with. Even the Cody stuff, I was like, yeah, okay, I'm tired of the content, but I was never tired of her.
No, I think one of the funnest things I love watching Britt with Mutta.
Muta? Yeah, gosh, I want to see more. Just need to see more. See, the
love
campus is
that.
filling with Webbers, so, you know, we're not going to be able to see some of our other minor favorites. You know, Gladys and Sasha are probably going to disappear for a little while.
Yep.
I get the feeling that, like, now that Gladys is going to be her sponsor, that we're only going to get something every 2 or 3 weeks, if that, from them for a little bit. Because, unless this is the end for Sasha and they're having the character spin so far out of control, she spins off of the show.
Yep.
You know, I see a break for her unless she's spinning off, not onto her own show, but just falling off the canvas for being crazy. Oh goodness. Let's scroll up in the chat. Let's see. I don't think Cody's undercover. No, I read that one. What's up?
Let me tell you what another thing I love this week.
Mm-hmm.
Man, did Holly not knock the piss out of Uncle Victor?
Holly did. She hit him so hard she almost fell down.
Yep. It was good.
Yeah.
It was kind of like a slap on his eye in a way, like on the side of his head and his eye. Oh, she whacked him good, didn't she?
Yep.
But hardly a word, too. Just walked up to him and just knocked him out.
She's totally programmed by him, you know.
I think so, too.
She just doesn't know that she knows him, or that she does know that she knows him, but the programming is making it go, now you need to go and hit him so people think you are not aligned, you know?
Right.
You know.
He did not look in the least bit surprised.
Oh, no, and he was just staring at them the whole time.
Mm-hmm.
Just be like, hello, oh, cheerio, mates. That's me, Victor. She almost knocked the accent out of his mouth, says Chandra.
It was awesome.
I know you love good violence. You love good fist fight on General Hospital.
No, I do.
We need Holly to smack Victor more, says Stephanie.
Yeah.
Just every time she sees her, just whoosh.
Oh, I think she should have she could have she got him right like this, you guys, right?
Mm-hmm.
And then we could have did a back one too. Like a touche kind of thing.
And then she can line up like Nikolas and Victor and Victor's bodyguard, who's not Yuri but the other one, and then they can do like a Three Stooges slap where she just hits them all three. Oh goodness gracious!
She did hit him good though, you guys. It was excellent. She did hit him good.
She did. So what is up? So she's programmed. She's gonna do some stuff, and she's gonna be gone, right? I don't know.
I think so.
Because listen, you know who I'm invested in, right? You know who I care about is Diane. I know Diane's not everybody's favorite, but Diane got the love music with Robert.
I know.
Okay, and then Holly shows up. And he's like, oh, look at that boy. It's life is back. I love it so much. I thought she was dead. Let's go bone. You know, like, so I'm feeling bad for Diane in this moment because she's going to be like, oh, I got out of the hospital because I thought there was a future between me and Robert, but I guess not. and that makes me feel bad because, I want her to just have that moment where she just looks into his eyes, and then you can hear that they get their own music, they get their own Jason music, and then they're just like, when you came into my life, and just like there's love, and then Cameron shows up with his guitar, and he starts like singing a ballad, and you know what I'm talking about.
Yes.
Yes.
I like Robert and Diane. I want to see Robert and Diane. I do. I thought it was so cute. I loved it.
A proper British slap. Yes, Chandra. A proper British slap from a proper British woman. Holly has good screen. Yes, Holly is the center of attention when she's on the screen, even when she's getting her nails done, which people criticized. How dare she get her nails done instead of trying to help Brianna? She's programmed, folks. She doesn't care. She doesn't care. And why is Felicia in there getting her nails done instead of Brianna? You need your nails to be right if you're a private eye. Okay, it goes.
What were they going to do anyway?
Bust her out.
At that moment.
But nothing. And Miss Anne's does look amazing. She's had a lot of time to rest and recover. I'm glad that she looks so good.
I thought she looked good too. You know, she looked like. Of course, she's aged a little bit, but she looked very, very much like she did. If they gave her a little curly do like in the 80s, like she had, she looked the freaking same.
It's just not in fashion. Not in fashion right now.
No, it's not. It's
you know what is in fashion? That hairstyle.
Yes.
She has it. Felicia has it. Anna has it. Oh, this one.
Yeah, pretty much they all have it.
Yeah. Oh, I was also talking. So apparently, I saw on Twitter. Apparently, Finola Hughes is a big label lady. She likes to wear designer clothing. Like that matters to her, I guess. Okay. I guess. I don't know. I might be putting words in her mouth. I'm speculating from Twitter. But so they were saying, oh, look at that. Anna's not in an orange jumpsuit in this little prison thing. She's still in her designer street clothes, right? And I'm like, oh, okay. And then she replied to that tweet Finola Hughes did saying, oh, yes, I made all my children sew an Armani label into my orange jumpsuit when Anna was in prison in Pine Valley. And I'm like, oh, how interesting, right? And then I was watching these scenes, Ma, of her in jail talking to Holly, and Robert shows up and Matt's there and all that kind of stuff. And I'm looking at these clothing that she's wearing. Mm-hmm. And I just must be a dumb boy or something because I cannot tell the difference between that and something that you get at Target.
You're not looking it up close enough.
Like, what is the difference? Is it the material, the quality of stitching? Is it the actual name on the dumb tag? Like, what makes it special? I ask as I wear a sleeping cap and the thing on my head as a Halloween costume, quote unquote. Clearly, I don't know.
It's all the above, Matt.
Yeah, all right. Because it's not like Giorgio Armani personally hand sewed this thing. It still came from a factory. I don't know. Maybe I'm just pulling it apart with Johan is the name. Thank you very much, Stephanie. I don't know. That's just what I was thinking about. I was thinking about designer labels and how can you tell? Because when I think about designer, I think about like all like that crazy runway stuff, where you wear like a goose on your head, like that stuff, ooh, designer, or like something where that's like acid wash jeans that have been completely torn to shreds and only pockets remain and it's cost $75. Ooh, it's designer, but I don't know, black blouse and jeans just seems like clothes. I don't know. I don't know, folks. Chad has absolutely nothing to contribute when it comes to that tirade.
Maybe they'll put her in a jumpsuit next week.
Oh, probably. They say after she gets arraigned, says Chandra. Holly has good screen presence. She's aged appropriately. She's stunning. They say. Stunning. Thank God for plastic surgery, says Cheryl. A quality little nip and a little tuck is all you need. All right, you don't need to look like you're in a wind tunnel.
Well, I think I'm certainly not against plastic surgery, guys. I can get me some in a hot minute. I have in the past actually, but the thing you have to know when to stop. There's such to me like a big face thing.
Yeah.
A big facelift, a brow lift, all that stuff. It should be one and done.
Right. You don't need to look like Lisa Rinna, says Daisy Flower.
Exactly.
I don't know if that's an inappropriate reference. Sorry.
Well, she's pretty not herself anymore.
Yeah. Well, I mean, it's easy to criticize when you're not living that life, Clearly there are some people that might develop a body dysmorphia type of thing that they're trying to correct, like a Michael Jackson. He clearly had like body dysmorphia that he was
Yeah,
trying to just always keep at bay psychologically. But then you
Mhm.
also have people that are just trying to keep it together, or trying to keep it together for TV. You know,
And trying to keep a job. I mean,
yeah.
especially, and there is a big difference between males and females when it comes to that.
Mm-hmm. Yeah,
You
for
know,
sure, for sure. You take a
there,
look. Yeah, absolutely. You take a you stick Anthony Geary next to Ava Jerome, next to Mara West. I would say they're of comparable age within the decade of each other. Maybe. Am I wrong? Are they
I
40
think
years apart? I don't
he
know how
might
old
be a
Tony
little bit
Geary
older
is.
than her. He might, but you're right though, because there's, you can put a lot of people side by side that are same age, a male, a female,
Yeah.
and I think females are much more pressured to stay young and viral and sexy and
Yeah.
so it's a different kind.
Diane is gorgeous. See,
Yeah.
look at that. People love Diane. Yeah, and we're not going to name names, but there's clearly people around General Hospital that have had a little more obvious stuff done than others. There are people on the show, male and female alike, that they probably reached the end of what they should be doing when it comes to surgeries, and any more is going to start to drastically affect how they look. So but it is what it is. It's Hollywood. I've lived down in Los Angeles now for about 2 years, and yeah, the pressure is very, very, very high. Very high when it comes to just the aesthetic alone. Especially when it comes to still having to fight for your job. Will Smith doesn't have to fight for a job. Tom Hanks doesn't have to fight for a job. They got people calling them saying, hey, come do my movie. But other people still on daytime and all of that as well, still having to fight for their jobs.
They're still
When you got 150 pictures that are quickly being flipped through, does this person match what I'm looking for in my brain? It's very easy to just get passed right up for the smallest thing. So I'm with it. I think Laura Wright looks good if she has any work done. I can't tell, says Daisy. I don't think Laura Wright, I don't know. I can't speak for people. So it's hard. So,
well, Matthew and I have seen her in person, and we've seen her up close in person.
Yeah.
And you're
like
right, Daisy. She does not look like she's had work.
Yeah, but I'm not exactly. I'm going to be honest with you. I'm not exactly sitting here comfortable broadcasting live on YouTube for all to see in posterity. Who do I think has had plastic surgery, and who do I think had bad plastic surgery? Because that's not fair. That's not fair. They're just living their lives, trying their best. So
Yeah.
Besides,
Sure.
what if they see it? They're going to be mad. They're going to be sad. I don't want to be responsible for somebody being sad. You know?
No.
Be like, oh, well, yeah, she looks 62. It looks like she hasn't had any surgery. She looks 62. Like, that would be mean. Or, yeah, she had some bad work done. Look how horrible she... Like, that would be mean. Anyway, I want a friend like Terry Randolph. That's all.
You want to do what?
I want a friend like Terry Randolph.
Terry Randolph is a good friend, isn't she?
She's just like, hey, Biz, I'm going to come with you. And she's like, no, it's fine. She's like, no, you know what, Biz? I'm going to come with you. She's like, okay.
You know what I noticed too when they were speaking in the car?
Yeah.
When they were talking in the car before Elizabeth went out, went in the house, broke into the house.
Yeah.
She didn't call her Biz in the car. When she's really talking to her about something seriously and really trying to be there in the corner, she calls her Elizabeth.
Yeah. Yeah.
Right?
Yeah. It's not the friendly nickname. It's not an Biz situation.
No, it's not an Biz situation.
No,
it's Elizabeth
it's
situation.
Elizabeth. Are you sure you really want to break into your parents' house to snoop around rather than just being like, hey, guys?
I know. Isn't that weird? I thought that was weird too.
Well, Elizabeth's unstable right now. Clearly, clearly, Elizabeth left that family at the ripe age of 16, 14, 15, whatever it was, went to Port Charles and said, I am never talking to these people again.
Pretty much. Huh?
I am never going to be in the same room as these people again.
And she has some suppressed memories, it appears.
It's something about Reiko, I guess.
Yep.
I guess.
And she really wants to find out what it is.
I don't know. Yeah, Matt is too nice to make
so
people feel bad.
There was 3 photos on the mantle when she broke into the house. There was a picture of her and Sarah.
Yes.
There was a picture of Mom and Dad.
Jeff and Carol.
Mm-hmm. And then there was a picture of Audrey.
Oh, how nice.
Right?
Yeah.
That was grand.
Yeah. Yeah.
Picture of Gran there.
But that goes to show, folks, if those framed photographs are prominent right there on the mantle, still means something to Jeff and Carolyn. These people do.
Mm-hmm.
So here's the big question mark, right? Because we've only had Elizabeth's perspective for the last 25 years when it comes to their relationship. Why have they not been? How come Jeff? Why has Carolyn? Why have they ignored? What is it about Elizabeth that they don't? Why are they such bad people? We never even flipped it and questioned the other side of how did they try? How much did it matter to them? What did she say when she left? Do they even know she's alive? I guess they do, but
Yeah, they do. But I don't like Elizabeth. Elizabeth got a lot of hurt for her parents because she said it that they care way more about the condition
mm-hmm.
of the world,
yeah, than their kids.
Than their kids.
Yeah. Yes. Okay. All right. Yes. Sorry for the exasperated. Yes, Janine, it's not your fault. I saw it on Twitter all week. It's been mentioned in the chat already. Janine, you said it here again. It was the Donna Day house. Yes, folks. Yes. General Hospital cannot buy new housing sets. They could just redress the ones they currently have. Okay.
I didn't notice it was the Donna Day house. I did, and I tried to recognize it. Actually,
yeah. They did a really good job of redressing it. For me, the only thing that gives it away is the placement of the door, and then there's that railing right next to it.
Oh, see, I didn't even remember.
Yeah.
But when the Donna Day house, the interior was very dark, wasn't it?
It was very woodsy. It was like in the woods, kind of like Alexis's place.
Yeah, I didn't notice. Notice.
Yeah. But yeah, so it was the Donna Day house, and I think that was also the same house set that they used for Portia's house when Cyrus had did the home invasion thing and held Trina hostage, and Curtis had to come in and had the big thing. So yeah, it is the non-permanent house set that they have. Really, if you really, 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 really want to criticize a show for reusing sets, go and watch Supernatural on CW. It was on for 20 freaking years, and every single time they were in a hotel room, which was every week, it was the same set. This unique set that was obviously the same set every time because how unique it was. Yeah. Go watch that show. Okay. I'm coming after you now.
I'm sure, I wasn't the only one that didn't notice. I didn't notice.
No, they really did a good job of redressing it because Donna Day very much was very cabin woodsy place. Oscar inherited this house for some reason, weirdness. Excuse me. But they made it very much look very suburban and in town and all that, which then also quote raises the question, okay, how long have Jeff and Carolyn lived in this place, Monterey?
Mm-hmm.
And if it's been 10 years, they're not traveling the world trying to cure Zika everywhere anymore.
No.
So could a relationship have grown? Could opinions have changed?
Yes, it could. I think it could have because they did reach out to who were they talking to? Was it Cameron they were talking to?
It was it was Jake, I think.
It was Jake and Elizabeth got all pissed off.
Yeah.
Right?
Yeah.
So I think they were trying.
Yeah.
And if Elizabeth wouldn't have been so angry about their talking to Jake, that could have been the beginning of a relationship. Like a healing.
Yeah.
Maybe.
So, maybe. I don't know. I want it to be great and compelling and shaking my desk. I want it to be interesting and fun, and I want it to have more depth in it every week than we got with Marshall and Curtis. Now, while I still got what I wanted to get out of Marshall and Curtis and their troubles bonding, it was quiet and slow.
Yeah, they took a long time to get there.
So,
do you recognize the actor that's playing Jeff at all?
A little bit.
I do not.
Smidgen, slight amount, because he was on How to Get Away with Murder.
Oh, okay.
Spoiler alert. He was on How to Get Away with Murder. I think it was like the final season or the final 2 seasons or something, as this FBI agent dude who was investigating the series pretty much. And he was either the one that was working with the bad guy or the one that wasn't working with the bad guy and stopped the one that was working with the bad guy because he was the one that was good the whole time. And I was investigating you because it's what the book says, not because it's what my heart said. That kind of baloney. You know what I mean?
Okay. But you guys, I know for a fact that Matthew's very excited about who's playing Carolyn Weber.
I know. That's so cool. He saw a picture of her. And the most fun part about this is we've never seen Carolyn Weber before, as far as I understand. All right. She's just been a name in the clouds. My mom's name was Carolyn, and we've never seen a picture. And if we have seen a picture, it was a different actress every time and all that. So we've never established who Carolyn Weber is, which means, folks, Tasha Yar from Star Trek has been Carolyn Weber the entire time.
No, I know you're going to be so fanned out when she actually has like a scene and she has plenty of words. You're going to love it, huh?
It's going to be super fun. I'm very much looking forward to seeing Denise Crosby,
really
granddaughter of Bing Crosby.
I did not know that, Matt.
I didn't know that either. I'm a Star Trek fan, and I didn't even know that.
And they had Bing Crosby had 4 kids, I believe, a girl and 3 boys.
Well,
and I don't know
that
which
girl
one
is her mama.
That girl is her mama?
I believe so.
Okay.
Gotta fix my Elizabeth Taylor jewel.
And wasn't the daughter of Bing Crosby, you guys, wasn't she an actress? And wasn't she on Dynasty a long, long, long time ago, or one of the nighttime soaps?
Are you talking about Denise Crosby?
Yeah.
Oh, I think she has a soap credit. I don't know which one it is. Chat will tell us. But they were saying that
no, her mom.
Oh, her mom, I don't know about.
Daughter.
Daisy says Dallas? Yes.
Yes, she was on one of them. Yes.
So Janine says Dallas. Daisy says yes. Jean, not Janine. Excuse me, Jeannie. It's Jeannie, isn't it? Oh gosh, I forgot already. She shot JR.
Jeannie.
She shot JR.
Yeah. Yes. Now I wasn't a Dallas viewer, but I do remember that, and I remember Bing Crosby's daughter being on one of those nighttime soaps that you've now told me it's Dallas.
Okay.
So, but that's really her mom?
I guess.
It doesn't seem like she'd be old enough.
So Denise Crosby is not a super ancient lady. She was in her 20s in the 80s.
Okay.
You know? Because I think she was like a mid 20s when she did that first season of Star Trek in 1988 or 84 or whatever.
I don't. Of course, he'd been long dead now, Bing Crosby.
Mm-hmm.
But he was a jerk of a man when it came to his family.
I don't know anything about Bing Crosby other than he sang Christmas songs.
He's whooping on his family. He's terrible.
Oh, okay. Well, that's maybe I don't. Now I feel bad that Denise Crosby liked my tweet where I'm like, oh wow, I didn't know that. So now I feel bad.
Well, it's not like anybody told me like it was true, but he don't have a good reputation as a husband and a daddy.
I was like, oh man, I'm so excited for Denise Crosby, right? And then she liked it, and I'm like, cool. And I stopped sharing all that stuff with the world because we're so famous now. We just spend so much time sharing the fact that people like us. I'm totally kidding. And then somebody replied. I don't know if it was one of our fans or just some random person on Twitter, because that's what Twitter's like. They're like, oh yeah, did you know that her grandfather was famous? Like, apparently I needed to be educated about that.
I never heard that.
Right? And I said, I learned that this week.
It's not even true.
And then she liked it. What?
It would be funny if it's not even true.
No, she liked the fact that I didn't know, so it must be true.
Okay.
Sue Ellen's sister. Stephanie wants me to tell you, Ma. Hi.
Well, hello there. Stephanie, right?
Stephanie.
Stephanie, I almost had a child named Stephanie.
Yep.
If my oldest son's name is Stephen, if he would have been a girl, I would have named him Stephanie.
Mm-hmm. Her father is Dennis Crosby. I don't know nothing about nothing.
So the girl is not. See, the baby. Bing Crosby used to do a Christmas special every year, and his family was on it with him.
She's the niece of the woman on Dallas. Okay,
so her daddy is one of the sons.
Yeah, I guess Dennis Crosby, according to Daisy. And I'm going to take Daisy as her word because Daisy is always right.
Well, she's a historian when it comes to TV. That girl's never wrong. It's the truth.
Oh,
we can count on her.
Yes. Okay, and then also when it comes to Jeff Weber, he was on Falcon Crest.
Oh.
I guess. I guess. Cheryl, you know what? We can't figure out the Reiko connection to the story yet either. There just isn't any information other than Elizabeth seems to have a memory of Reiko at the bottom of the stairs that has been dislodged from a memory because of the situation with Peter.
Yes, and she has some memory of looking up the stairs and seeing who it was that pushed her.
And it was, we don't know.
We don't know yet.
We don't know. So
maybe it was Jeff. Maybe it was her dad.
Heather.
Maybe it was her mom. Maybe it was her
Carrie.
sister.
Maybe it was her.
Maybe it was crazy Heather Weber.
Maybe it was the dog. We don't know.
We don't know.
Maybe she's going to look up and she's going to see Lucky and he's going to reach out in his hand and she's going to be like, what's going on? He's going to be like, you've been dead for 15 years. Come with me. You know, I don't know what's going to happen. I don't know what's going to happen.
Yeah, bring back
Lucky.
Lucky's
Jack. I don't care if you're touring the world playing all this music, Johnny. Come on back to General Hospital.
You know what he's doing right now?
He's touring the world playing music.
Last night he was playing in Nashville.
Well, he could have been hanging out with all of his. He could have been hanging out with Jeannie Francis because I'm not sure if he knows anybody else that was in Nashville or in Memphis. I was thinking about that. I was so Chase had a fun scene with the Quartermains this week. Where Olivia walks in, got to see all of the goods just still dripping wet from the shower, and just to be a Quartermain
with a flower just over
just and my goodness gracious, what are you doing to me, daytime? Anyway, so she comes in and she sees the old wet noodle. And what an attractive way for me to refer to a man's body part, by the way, the old wet noodle.
I don't understand, though. I don't understand why Chase and Brooklyn have to look like two 16-year-olds getting caught, though, when it came downstairs in the kitchen. These people are old enough to be doing that, okay?
Definitely. And when it comes down, like, you're in this mansion with, like, empty rooms galore and stuff. Like, when it comes down, like, do you think Ned and Olivia are, like, finding a hotel room every time? Like, okay, anyway. What it comes down to is there is this weird detachment from certain adult maturity that exists in the real world that has not translated into Port Charles recently when it comes to this sort of thing. Like, oh, well, you can't have Jocelyn over because you're brothers. Like, sure, no, yes, but also why? Like, that's weird to me. Like, that's weird. That's weird. And then also with the whole thing at the Quartermains with the whole, and then, okay, Jason and I slept together. And it's like, it's not like they didn't know that you guys were dating,
Yeah.
Like, why was this a thing? And anyway, it was all just to set up this fun little scene, to set up this fun punchline. Like, the whole thing was to give Chase this punchline. Okay, it was a fun little thing. She saw it. She's like, "Oh dear, oh my God, I can't believe I saw." And he comes in. He's like, "Hey, I'm so sorry. I thought you were Brooklyn." And there was no reason to have that conversation in the kitchen in front of everyone, other than to set up this. Everyone's seen it except for Monica. Well, it is her house. Alan gave it to her. And Chase is the only person to say that because it's not the time to say, well, Alan gave it to her. It's not a call and response thing every single time you say it's Monica's house. He doesn't quite get that. It was just to show he's still kind of a fish out of the water when it comes to the weird ass Quartermain dynamic that he's trying to get into. He leaves all that kind of stuff, and I'm left rolling, laughing, having a great time, and going, he never even met Alan. He doesn't know this reference. He doesn't even get it. He's only seen a picture of Alan Quartermain.
But he's been in the house enough to at least heard that once from other people.
Oh yeah, I think when he was dating Willow, or when the Willow was cheating on him with Michael or whatever, the whole Alan bought it or Alan gave it to her thing was explained to him by Brooklyn.
Yeah.
And so that's, anyway, basically Chase is just warming up to be a Quartermain at some point is the main thing.
It was very cute. I liked it. Yeah. But you know what, you guys, I don't know about y'all, but the fact that they finally went to bed together, they took so long, I didn't care.
Well, Brooklyn's weird. Brooklyn's weird like that. Olivia's always accidentally walking in on the naked dudes. All right, so Lisa Lo Cicero went to Twitter. Twitter Twitter's a wild ride. There's a lot of really fun content on there if you're able to swim through all the heaps of garbage. Chandra has it right. Chandra does not read her main timeline. She told me this. She goes into the accounts that she follows and enjoys, and then just scrolls through their timeline and the things that they have liked, because it's kind of like a way to curate her own experience without having to do the legwork herself to a degree.
And stay away from the nonsense.
Yeah, but there's some fun things to find on Twitter, especially people like Lisa LaCicero. She's very fun on Twitter, I think. Where somebody had said, somebody had shared an image of it, and why would you shield your eyes and that kind of stuff. And she replies going, I don't know, who wouldn't want to see Chase naked? Question marks. So maybe maybe Olivia is just always finds a way to satiate that curiosity.
Mm-hmm.
No time for the foolishness, says Chandra.
Yeah. Well,
Jeannie, wonder how many times they have said that over the 40 years. A lot.
A lot. And in only like 3 or 4 short weeks, we get to have pizza with a Quartermaines.
I know, it's going to be Thanksgiving again before you know it. And then they're going to bring out that same music track in the Metro Court. Maybe now that Nina owns half of it, though, they'll mix it up.
Oh, and now that Chase is hanging out there, the Quartermaine little song they sing at Thanksgiving all the time?
Yeah.
They usually do a little Whoville kind of thing, right? Song for Thanksgiving. Maybe Chase gets to sing it this year.
Maybe. I'm with it. We'll see. And that's when he gets to storm off the stage being unhappy about being a pop star, not a cop.
Well, he's going to find out that Brooklyn has manipulated that. And that's going to be the beginning of the end of Brooklyn and Chase.
Hopefully not the end. I want Chase to be happy with somebody. I don't know what else I'd pair him with on the cast.
Maybe Brooklyn we got enough pregnant people, really, but maybe she's pregnant for real now.
Oh, goodness. We definitely
do have enough pregnant.
We don't need more babies. Babies isn't the way to always anchor a storyline together and move on.
No, and we already got 2 pregnant girls on there, right?
Too many. Oh gosh, oh goodness gracious. Let's see. Georgie.
I love the little Georgie.
So it's not the first time we've seen
that's the same actress that was on the last time that was Georgie.
Yeah, so we've seen her before, and she looks just like her Aunt Georgie.
It's really quite funny.
It's like, is it her daughter? Like, is it that actress's daughter playing Georgie? Because I'm curious to know.
She really looks like Georgie.
She looks hella.
Yes.
Welcome to California, folks. She looks hella like her.
She does.
So she's got this Georgie look to her face, which is great, awesome. Like it really it namesake, shows that her sister, all that kind of stuff. And her dialogue, Ma, is just as weird as Spinelli's.
I loved it,
and I am into it.
And she's a snarky little smartass. Like her mother was.
Yes. Whoever decided on the Georgie characterization knocked it out of the park. Bring her back immediately.
Oh my gosh.
I'm Georgie Spinelli, second of her name. Oh my God. How much Game of Thrones have you watched, little girl?
I loved it. There's 2 children that I really enjoy on the show right now. Well, 3 really. I enjoy Leo as well.
Hey, Leo's good.
But I like Georgie.
Yeah.
I do like, and of course, Violet.
Violet is such a natural.
So dang cute.
Just, I don't know what it is about that little girl, and just the God-given ability to just be so natural.
She is.
She is a I don't even know the words to describe, because it's talented, but then also at the same time, is she old enough to even understand what that means? So, right? Anyway,
I love it.
Just the ability of her to take words that are given to her and have them sound so real is amazing for an actress of her age.
What is she, 6?
She's so, I don't know, so tiny. And even the good one, Grandpa, as she was leaving the thing where he's like, get it, pumpkin, good one. I couldn't be that natural.
She's so sweet. I love that little girl. But I love the Georgie. I love the snark of Georgie. I love that she is such a little snot.
Yeah.
She reminds me so much of Maxie when Maxie first came out on the show.
Yeah.
And when Kirsten first started playing her, just the snark and the hatefulness that come out of her. It's funny stuff. Funny.
So I'm definitely looking forward to it. Hopefully we get more Georgie. Just sometimes the kids make things better, especially if you have characters that are about their kids. Let's bring in the kids.
And Maxie should really be able to understand her daughter because
definitely.
Gosh.
Now here's the thing, though.
She understands Spinelli and she understands herself. And I'm really looking forward to seeing some. I want to see some interaction of little Georgie and Spinelli together.
Yeah. That'll be good too. That'll be good. That'll be fun. I wonder if Bradford Anderson had to coach her at all when it comes to how to sound like a Spinelli. Because that's what she's a Spinelli. Oh man, so good. Yeah, and so like I was saying a moment ago, when you have a character that's all about their kids, might as well use the kids. Like Maxie's had these kids, and it's all about the kids, and James and that, and then here we go finally. Now, when it comes to the relationship between Maxie and Georgie, Georgie, excuse me, is now becoming a little snarky teenager who did spend far more time with Ellie as a mother figure than Maxie.
Yes.
So, looking forward to that drama.
Yeah. It makes complete sense that she'd be a little nerd.
Oh, totally. Second to her name. Oh my god. Olivia should have knocked, said Jacarius. You know what? You're right. She should have. She admitted she forgot to knock. I forgot to knock. It was my fault.
I forgot to knock.
I just walked right in. I thought Brooklyn was going to be in there, but instead I saw Chase's dick. And I'm so sorry. Now, when we move, you're laughing so loud, you're silent. I love it. Zoom has muted you because of your laughter. So when we make the transition from ABC daytime to Hulu exclusively, then we can get fun Olivia lines like that.
Yeah.
She can't say that at 2:00 on ABC daytime, but she could say that whenever you want on Hulu. So
it's not my problem that your balls was out.
You should probably get the left one checked out. It's hanging real low. Oh my god. Sorry for breaking you, Cheryl. Oh goodness. Love Georgie eyeballing Austin. It's so good. Oh goodness.
Yeah, it was.
Maxie couldn't raise Georgie because of what happened. Jacarius nailed. Yes, Spinelli had custody. I don't know what happened. All I just know that is Georgie lived in California with Ellie and Spinelli.
In Seattle.
Oh, in Seattle. Over on the West Coast.
Seattle. That's where they were.
Yeah, I just know that they did that.
Mm-hmm.
And I know that they all moved back to town, and we never saw Ellie. And she left.
She did.
I wonder if that was. I wonder if the actress would have been disappointed. Like, I wonder if she heard, "Oh yeah, your character left Spinelli off screen." I wonder if that would leave somebody slightly disappointed that they weren't called to at least do a day.
Yeah, that's true, huh?
Maybe.
And maybe she still will. Maybe.
Hey,
you guys, I'm gonna go see Steve Burton and Bradford Anderson for their Christmas show in Sacramento on December the 18th.
Hey. Do you think Steve Burton will finally wear the reindeer sweater since it'll be December? Or are they gonna still make
supposed to be a Christmas show, so yeah. Maybe. That would be funny.
Bradford's gonna come out singing "All I Want for Christmas Is You."
Mm-hmm.
All I want, and then he's gonna start drinking because that's what he does. He gets on that stage and he starts drinking.
He does.
You know who's not drinking anymore is Kelly Tebow.
I saw that.
She tweeted saying, "Hey, it's been 2 weeks since I had a drink." There was something about that tweet something so simple about the, "Hey, it's been 2 weeks since I've had a drink. I'm looking forward to seeing what fun is like without drinking." There was something so easy, simple, real, regular, and not like statementy about it. It's not like I didn't get like this feeling like she sat on her phone and she's like, "I really want to word a statement about my intentions to be more sober.
No.
I am now on day 7.
No, it was more.
It was just very like, hey, this is what's going on.
Yeah, I liked it.
It was just It was good. It was good. It was good. So listen, I don't know what her life is like. I've never met her beyond seeing her at the convention and asking questions and that kind of stuff. But I've never had a real conversation. Never really shook her hand or anything. So I don't know anything about Kelly Tebow's life, or how, if she considers herself one thing or the other, if she needs to go see a group, if it's ruining her life, or if she's just really just out there going, I wonder what fun is like without alcohol. Like I don't know. But if there is something going on, which it kind of seems like there is, just based on even the actor support that she's getting, like Maurice Bernard gave her like rounds of applause and stuff. So I guess something's going on. I'm not a news reporter. I couldn't tell you. But whatever it is, happiness, joy, hopefully everything works out well.
And I don't know. I liked it too. And I think she kind of put herself out there a little bit. Making yourself that vulnerable on Twitter, that takes some guts.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, for sure. Especially on Twitter. Because people will roast you alive. Maxie got pregnant, Jacaria says. Maxie got pregnant with Georgie after she slept with Spinelli. So that's the story. Okay, so just simple. I got pregnant after a one-night stand, and she wound up living with Spinelli rather than Maxie.
She got pregnant with Georgie right after she lost the baby that she was carrying.
Right, and then she was gonna pass it off sort of as Lulu's, and then it didn't work out because she loves the baby too much or something. Or something. I don't know.
Yes.
I don't know. I don't want a baby with Spinelli anyway. I'll just give it away. Yeah, Maxie lost Lulu's baby. Oh, yeah, I'm remembering all of those details now. I didn't see it, but I remember hearing about it.
Yep.
I do remember hearing about it. Laura's back on Monday. Carly took the Spencer name, just like we said she was going to.
Just like I said. And I love that scene with her and Bobby talking about it there in the kitchen after she came back home.
Yeah.
And talking about it. And I actually, it kind of made me a little bit teary.
Oh, really?
Yeah, I loved it.
Well, somebody that's been there for the entire journey between Bobby and Carly, that must have been very nice. I have not been there. I've really only been tuned in when they got along.
I tell you what, when Carly first hit town, she tried to and she did a good job of annihilating her mother's life, and annihilating Tony's life, and annihilating everybody's life that she came around. She really was a terrible person when she first hit town. Yeah. She has tendency. She can be a terrible person now. But that was her, she was out for revenge. That was what she was in town for.
Well, she's going to change her name just in time to be indicted for insider trading.
That's what they alluded to, huh?
Listen, all right?
It was more of a threat.
How dare you? How dare you call me the nice guy? How dare you say I'm pretending to be this happy? I'm not pretending.
Yeah.
Insider trading. Get on my face, punk.
Yeah.
They had nothing to say, Mother. They had nothing to say. And Ned took that microphone and he dropped it and he left.
Yeah. And don't think that Ned won't do something like that. Yes, he will.
Oh, in a moment.
And Michael should know that.
Yes. Yet you still call yourself Quartermain. You're a Corinthos. You're only a Quartermain when it's convenient, Michael. Hey, Keisha, welcome to the show. I've been there since day one. She was a version of Nell, says Chandra.
Yep. Yes.
Carly.
Yes.
Or Nell was like Carly.
Yes.
Just came in to sleep with somebody's man and ruin somebody's life.
Well, and what's going to happen, you guys, it's been a couple of days now. The hooker should be out there hooking somebody again pretty soon.
Very soon, I would think.
You would think so.
I would think.
Because the hooker's pretty much got a victim every week.
What if Laura shows up and gets hooked right away and that's the end of Laura?
No.
That would never happen. Ha!
Would never, ever happen.
Ned isn't going to do it, says Daisy, because Olivia is going to protect Carly. Will be dramatic. Ned wouldn't cross Olivia. Maybe not. I don't know, because this is family. This is business. He would
cross Olivia if he thought he was doing it secretly, and she's not going to find out.
How dare you, Ned? How could you do that to my best friend, Ned?
Mm-hmm.
The DA or Rory is the hooker. I don't know. I'm starting to lose my Rory flame when it comes to him being the hooker. Yeah, just this Trina stuff and the whole thing. I don't know. The Comic Con.
For all we know, you guys. For all we know, Nell's the hooker.
previews state, says Judy, that by the end of the week there will be another hooking.
Ooh.
But who will get hooked next? Because everybody that was on the soap opera digest has been hooked. So, so I don't know. Ned is Tracy's son. Of course he would do it, says Chandra. Hey.
Oh,
I like the little Tracy name drop this week from Finn, showing that he still has a friendship with her. That was fun.
Yes.
That was fun. And Finn got totally told off by Cameron.
Yeah,
I got to give it to Cameron. It's like, listen, doctor.
Mm-hmm.
When you try to fix my mom's problems, it takes her back to a time where she couldn't fix her own problems or when she felt powerless. I thought that was a great perspective from Mr. Cameron Weber. People confuse our manners for weakness. But no, we're just polite people.
Mm-hmm. Now, pushovers.
We're not pushovers. We're just trying to, you know what? We're just trying to live our lives. I'm trying to bone my girlfriend underneath my on-air sign that I took from my own personal dorm room to decorate the set at General Hospital for. Cameron said his mother doesn't need heroes, says Chandra. Yep. Ned might be the next victim, says Daisy. I don't know.
Who?
Ned might be the next victim. I don't know. No. But Cameron said his mother doesn't need a hero, says Chandra.
No, he said that she is her own hero.
She's her own hero. She can be her own hero, baby.
That's a great song, actually.
She could chase away her own pain.
Mm-hmm.
She will stand by herself forever. I can be my own hero. I started to sing.
I can push you down the stairs.
Rachel. If that is your real name. Yeah, you know, we'll see what happens. We'll see what happens in Monterey. Big things happening outside of Port Charles. Major developments in people's lives outside of Port Charles recently. Jacksonville, Monterey, Monte Carlo. You know.
Yeah.
You know. Heather Webb is back. Hey, you got any more notes?
Ooh, I'm all for all of it. I like it.
Necklace.
I like it.
Willow. Oh, Oscar. We had some time with Oscar this week.
We did.
With Oscar in Oscar's meadow.
Yeah. On Oscar's little patch of meadow with a big old giant rock.
With a giant rock. I mean, the meadow is about 5 by 5 square feet.
Mm-hmm.
If
the meadow looks like a place for your dog to pee, okay?
It's Oscar's dog park. Oh no! Oh no, it's Oscar's dog run. We didn't talk Ava and Nina. I guess not. What is there to talk about Ava and Nina? They're besties now. They're blonde besties. Hanging out, being all honest with each other.
Yeah.
But it's led into. Thank you, Chandra. It's led into by mutually assured destruction is pretty much what they had said last time. We got so much dirt on each other, we have no choice but to be friendly.
Yeah. We don't have no choice. We're bad bitches.
I think that's a fun soap perspective. The fact that you can the fact that they had those characters say that, I really think takes a lot of ammunition from away from people who would be too mean about it, I guess, because they stated it. They said, listen, we agree this doesn't make sense, audience, but here's a logical reason as to why this is going on. And I'm totally for it. I'm totally into it. I wish I had Cassadine money.
Wish you had Cassadine money?
Yeah. Imagine how amazing.
And you could have a real head wrap.
I would have like a real obsidian onyx diamond or something, Oh, goodness. Cameron's speech was inspired by soap Twitter, says Judy. So here's the thing, folks, and I've said it a number of times here on the 10th floor, and nobody seems to. And all right, that's mean. I can't say nobody, because you guys come, you watch the show every week, so of course you know what I'm talking about. But people don't seem to understand that they do listen to what you say on soap Twitter. Okay. If it makes sense, if it's real, if it's logical, give them a little bit of time and they are going to make an adjustment or work the thing that you're talking about into the show. It happens time and time again.
But it takes a little time because they're 4 weeks ahead.
They're 4 weeks ahead. Plus, okay, so they're 4 weeks ahead when it comes to shooting. Mm-hmm. Just imagine how far ahead they are when it comes to writing.
Mm-hmm.
So all of this stuff is in the can or, approved by ABC, written, rewritten, distributed, printed. All that money has been invested and what has been written down. And so they're going to do what has been written down and not make a sudden left turn when they realize, oh, we forgot this detail. This isn't working out like we wanted it to or anything like that. You can't just, you can't move the soap at that breakneck speed.
Nope.
Besides, it also doesn't give you a chance to repair something that might be faltering or failing or not as good as it should be. You can still repair it. You can still save it if you write it well enough. Anyway, all of that to say, just give them some time. They listen to the stuff that makes sense. They can't listen to everything because you guys are flipping crazy. Especially, like we talked at the beginning of the thing about Sprina, about Sprina. And it's just about how some Sprina fans will just accept everything as just amazing. Nikolas Chavez tweeted, "The heart wants what it wants." That's it. The heart wants what it wants.
Yeah.
And people are like, "Oh, what wisdom! We are bowing at the feet of our Lord and Savior, Nikolas Chavez, our co-captain of Sprinadom. Allow me to worship at your holy temple, Nikolas Chavez." Cheryl, thanks for coming. Happy Halloween. Oh, goodness gracious. Days is 8 months ahead. It's crazy. Oh, goodness gracious.
Yeah, that's why they didn't have to not have new shows for COVID.
Nope. They were able to.
They never went to reruns. They didn't have to.
Never did. So I'm not sure what to say about Ava and ultimately it's a good friendship. They're great actresses, great characters, fun to have scenes together. The fact that they're openly honest about what's going on in their independent and individual lives is going to be good for scenes going forward, because then we have these two characters that are just always honest and always being open and not having some sort of secret agenda and I can't tell this person this, otherwise they're gonna. I'm into it.
It would be fun though for them to be in cahoots for the same cause and being bad.
Yeah.
Right?
Yeah.
To see a Nina Ava pairing of doing the wrong thing for the right reason.
We're gonna murder Carly and take all of Nikolas's money. Let's go. You ready, Thelma? I'm ready, Louise.
There you go.
And then they go off the cliff. All right, Cheryl, you have a great and safe trip on the Amtrak. You get lots of candy and enjoy the rest of your day here at Paramount's Great America.
It's closing, by the way.
I know. Places don't make money anymore. Once Paramount pulled out, it was just a random theme park.
Yep. And even though the 49ers stadium is in the same parking lot, still couldn't save it.
What are you gonna do? Go to a football game and then go ride Top Gun?
You can make a weekend out of it, yeah.
I guess. I don't know. Whatever. Who cares? Who cares? I guess, okay, I care to a degree, but it's not like I still have a season pass and have been going and hanging out and,
Well, I haven't been there in so long.
Yeah, it really means nothing to us anymore. It really doesn't.
I went to Halloween night. I went to a Halloween thing, probably about 5 years ago with your sister.
Yeah, I went to it twice with her. The first time was cool. The second time was the exact same thing. So, oh goodness, what happened in chat? Let me read some chats and we'll get the hell out of here.
Okay.
Georgie looks like your namesake, says Jacarius. Definitely. Olivia should have knocked for sure. Maxie couldn't raise Georgie because of what happened. I guess because of the whole I pretended you weren't actually my kid thing. That's not a great foot to start off on.
Let me ask you this, Matt.
Yeah.
I see. And the little Georgie, she totally looks like the Aunt Georgie. Yes,
definitely.
So much. But I saw a little bit of I thought she kind of looked like our family a little bit. The shape of her face a little bit.
I can see the Shannon roundness. I know what you're talking. Oh, I guess not the Shannon, the lawless roundness.
Yeah,
I know what you're talking about.
Flatness of the cheeks.
Yeah. Our first cousin is Lucy Lawless, by the way. I'm totally lying. We are not related to Lucy Lawless. I could not let a second of that lie linger in the air.
Yes, but my maiden name, you guys, is Lawless.
But spelled differently.
It's
spelled all southernly. It's spelled like you're from Texas.
It's L-A. We spell it. My family spells it Lawlis.
Lawless. We're not lawless. We're lawless.
Yep.
Lawless. Anyway, I don't even know where it's from. It's probably not even really traceable. I don't know. Maybe chat knows. Who cares?
But anyway, I did say I thought that though when I looked at her, you know, the shape of her face,
Mm-hmm.
the shape of her face and stuff,
Georgie,
she kind of looked like a Lawless.
Georgie, my most special daughter, are you sleeping?
Anyway, I love
in
every
any
second of her start.
case, in any case, happy Halloween, everybody.
Happy
In
Halloween.
any case, we got to see all kinds of naked Chase, which means next week we're going to see all kinds of naked Dante.
So
Somebody
Matt,
will call Dante in the shower and he will have to answer it.
I love Dom on that show. You know what? He has the ease and naturalness of Little Violet. I love him.
He's the
He
most
really,
mature character on the show, and I love it.
I love it. I love it. I love Dom's
Bye, Julie.
Dante right now. And he seems, you know, when he was on before, you could tell when Dominic Samprunga was not really happy,
Mm-hmm.
you know,
Mm-hmm.
right before
And
he
he
left
left.
for a long time.
And he came back, and he's
And
happier again.
he just seems to be happier and more
Yeah.
enjoying his work right now.
Yeah, it's a good time.
And it kind of, it's just, to me, it's easy to see in the portrayal of Dante.
It's super great. I love to see it, and I'm glad he's on so much. Even with just like, I saved you a seat, and Sam sits on his lap. It's just, it's charming and adorable and cute, and I love it.
It is.
It's good stuff. It's good stuff. So next week maybe we'll get some naked Dante. Somebody will call him in the shower and we'll have to answer it.
Matt, who was it? We saw some Love in the Afternoon. It went from one bed to another. Who did we all see?
We saw Cameron and Jocelyn.
Yep, and we saw Brooklyn and Chase.
Mm-hmm. We saw Sunny and Nina.
Yes.
And folks, I don't know if you noticed this, but I noticed this, and people have already jumped off a chat because we're super late. Like we've blown past an hour and a half. We'll get there, Chandra. I definitely remember them going at it too. But you guys, okay, so I don't know if they're just really close friends and really enjoy each other or what. But Maurice Bernard and Cynthia Watros making out on that bed, right? Okay, and then she rolls kind of on top of him, and Maurice Bernard grabs a handful of booty and then realizes that he's grabbed a handful of booty and immediately relocates his hand. And it was just super fun and awkward, and I just wonder if they giggled and laughed about it. I want to know, like, is that a Mo move? Like when he's in bed with his lady, you know, is that what he does? He just grabs a handful of cake? I don't know. But I noticed that, and it was super funny. We also got Mac and Felicia.
Yeah, I thought that was interesting.
And Mac still hitting the gym.
Audience thought.
I
wondered what the audience thought of that. Oh, Love in the Afternoon.
From what I saw, nobody had anything negative to say about Mac and Felicia's inclusion, other than, well, this seems kind of random.
Yeah.
But whatever. I'm sure they were happy to do it. And John J. York is be like, listen, I'm 58 years old, okay? I have to work really hard for this chest now. I'm going to show it off, you know?
He looked awesome.
I don't know how old John J. York is, by the way. He could be younger or older than that. I don't know.
I think you hit in the head pretty close.
Probably. In any case, folks, hopefully you get your own Love in the Afternoon. Jeannie says us older folks love it. So, hey, I'm into it. I guess not everybody needs to... Okay, now that we're on the subject, I gotta talk to you Sprina fans again about your insanity, okay? Okay, you guys and girls drool over the possibility of these two young people being half naked on screen together making out. Go watch some porn, please. It is so easy to find in 2022. It is not 1968 anymore, where the closest thing you get to steaminess is the back of a Mervyn's catalog and your daytime TV. Like, just go on the internet.
You know what? And some of you are going to understand this. Not many, but some of you are going to understand. You guys, you remember 1972, the Sears and Roebuck catalog? Who was on page 702? Okay.
Was it Bobby?
No. Oh. There was someone's dangling hanging out the bottom of his shorts.
Oh, really?
And it made it to print.
See, the catalog knew what they were doing. All right. The catalog knew what was up. They knew why the people were buying the catalog. Anyway.
And my grandma was like, we went up there to visit. And as soon as I was 12. Okay. I was 12. As soon as we hit the door, Grandma was like, come here. Come here, I got something to show you.
Come here, cat. Get in here.
It was hilarious,
Oh
y'all.
my goodness. Oh, Sprina fans are extra, says Daisy. It's true. Oh goodness. Burt Reynolds did this spread way back when that it's very famous. I remember. I even know about it. So anyway,
Yes.
John J. York
Steve
apparently,
Burton,
according to Judy, is
Steve
63.
Burton did the same thing, you guys, and he looked almost the same way as Burt Reynolds.
Oh,
Steve Burton did the same thing with the throw thing over his stuff.
Oh, Steve Burton. John J. York is 63, according to Judy.
Oh, there you go.
So I was off by 5 years. Whatever.
Mm-hmm.
Whatever.
Anyway, he was around my age. That
I,
makes him
Helena
2 years older than me.
Cassadine, need to get back in the elevator. And I'm going to uncover the secret panel in the bottom of the elevator controls to take me to my secret underground lab, where I have people bubbling and boiling in life-saving liquids. Maybe I'll bring them back to Port Charles to torture you, Luke Spencer. Oh, hey, Chavoice. Look at this. He's got. They're reaching out. They tagged us on the chat here. Let's see what they have to say as I'm getting on the elevator. Do you think Nikolas and Ava will still be in game? I think that's what GH is planning, for Neva to reunite and remarry as Sprina reunites and observes the ceremony. The end. Travois, I think that Nikolas and Ava have a lot of road ahead of them.
Mm-hmm.
They're going to beat the Cassadines, and they are going to be stronger for it, and then 2 weeks later they will be arguing about something new. And I cannot wait, because that's their dynamic. But yes, this romance and this relationship will be...
Matt, that jewel on your head has just been a source of great entertainment for me the last 2 hours. I love it.
Good. I'm glad that you enjoyed it. I hope everybody else
And when it gets off centered, everyone, it's hilarious.
So, Nikolas and Ava, yes, they are in game. They could be like Alan and Monica. Absolutely. I think Milo also has the chance to be like Alan and Monica, where they just stay together even though they shouldn't be. Because I just get that feeling like they could, even though, oh my goodness, I just can't wait to do 10th Floor After Dark, so I can just say things about TJ that I don't want to say, as he gives her the business, so she feels better about having cancer. Anyway, I am trying to hypnotize everybody. I put a spell on you, and now you're mine. I'm getting on the elevator, going back down to the first floor. I'm going to get in my car. I'm going to tune my radio to previous episodes of the 10th Floor that you can find on all your podcasting apps. While you're getting into the elevator, you know how you usually push the first floor button to get down to the first floor? It's got a star next to it. But this is how you do it, folks. You click like, and then you click subscribe on this thing, and you're going to go back down to the first floor, and you're going to get in your cars and do what I said, where you tune your radio to previous episodes of the 10th Floor. You can find all your podcasting apps everywhere. And if you can't find it, reach out to us, and I'll tell you where to find it, or I'll add it to where you're trying to find it.
All the above.
And we'll see you right here next time on the 10th Floor. I'm going to go spend some time with my family and I guess my extended family. She calls me son, Ma, and then he called me his partner. I don't know what's going on. Life is growing.
Life is growing.
Anyway, Sprina is like a mother-son relationship. That's a weird thing to say. Is this T-Cherie? Bye, guys. We'll catch you right here next time on the 10th Floor.